my neighbors! Hey, fuck you! Yes! Yes! Fuck you too!
Hello?
What up, everybody? It's good to see you. It's good to see each and everybody. Each and every one of you. Happy Hump Day. We're here. We're just a tick early. It's good to see each and all of you. Each and all of you. It's alive. That's it. It's alive. What's up, Beer Shrimp? Shout out to you and the rest of Germany. Hopefully all is well over there. In the Texas of Europe. Let me get my sips here. Any moment we shall be starting here. But shit, yeah, man. Smoke. Yeah, we'll get one right now, Blaine. Hold on. What's up, Satan? How are you? What's up, Laguna? Happy Wednesday. That's it. Blow me. It's my birthday. Blow me. It's my birthday. I wore it. I gotta tell you, I wore it. It's not my birthday shirt the other day. Between that and the Smoke and Scan Garbage Pail Kid shirt, there aren't any other shirts that I wear that get a reaction like that. What's up, Brock Lobster? It just, yeah, people love it. Chick walked up and said, "Happy not birthday," and I said, "Well, thank you." She laughed. Conversation starter. The one that I don't wear out as much is "Who Ate All the Pussy?" Now, if I wore that one, I'm sure out, I would probably get a lot more reaction. What's up, Jesse? It's actually your birthday, Tech? Oh, I ain't trying to steal your day, your shine. Happy birthday, Tech.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday!
Very New Year!
Happy birthday, you thing from another world, you.
Happy birthday, Tech. Hopefully you get a nice meal tonight and get something special you wanted. What's up, Jesse? Good morning. Oh, here we go. Perfect timing. Perfect timing. Perfect timing.
Begin our regularly scheduled council meeting. Good morning and welcome to the members of the public and the members of the city council.
Morning,
today
Mark.
is
Your
Tuesday. I'm sorry, today is Wednesday.
Doesn't even know what day it is.
Today is Wednesday,
Fucking moron.
the 26th day of March in the year 2025.
Bro! Fucking morons.
Of this council. Public comment for today's meeting will be taken.
And you can say all the N and C words you want.
Chambers.
We learned that.
Mr. Clerk, let's begin our proceedings by calling.
No matter what this motherfucker tries to implement, his
His
word means nothing. It means shit. Less than nothing.
Ramen, Rodriguez, Soto
Less than nothing. That's what his word means.
Mr. President.
All right, first order of business.
Approval of the minutes of March 25th, 2025.
It's heating up.
Councilmember Yaroslavsky moves. Councilmember Hernandez seconds. What's next?
Combinatory resolutions for approval.
Councilmember Padilla moves. Councilmember Price seconds. What's next?
If I may run through the agenda, sir. Items 1 through 21 are items for which public hearings have been held. The Planning and Land Use Management Committee reports for items 17 and 18 have been submitted and are available online in the respective council files. Items 22 through
Bionic Stoner, thank you for the 22 months.
Items 34 through 40 are closed session items considered by the Budget and Finance Committee. 10 votes are required for consideration.
All right, without objection, those items are before us. At this time, I'll call on members for any special items that they would wish to call special. On my left, the west side of the horseshoe, any specials? Seeing none. On the right, I see Councilmember Rodriguez.
Yes, I have an amendment for item 6.
Uh-oh, she got 2 flowers because one wasn't enough.
Item 6 has an amendment that has been seconded. And
bro, why don't you just cut an entire fucking bush and stick it on your fucking arm?
Mr. Price?
I mean, I could totally see her walking with an entire rose bush. You can't even see her from one side.
Mr. Clerk, what's
thorns sticking in her face? I could see it.
Mr. President, the council
These aren't bright people.
Items 1 through 5.
All right, items
7
1
through 21.
All right, items 1 through 5.
If they were good at their jobs, our city wouldn't look like shit.
Let's open the roll.
And be ran like shit.
Close the roll, tabulate the
and
vote.
be in $1 billion debt.
Mr. President, the ordinance for item 8 will be held over to Wednesday, April 2nd, 2025 for second consideration unless reconsidered with all members present.
$1 billion in debt. Not $1 million. $1 billion.
No? All right.
Buy Tesla? What do
Yes,
you mean, the
Council
stock?
President, thank you so much. I'm calling
Buy
item
on the
7
dip.
special,
That's
please.
what they say,
7,
right?
we just voted on 7. Is it special for comments or a separate vote or an amendment?
I don't buy stocks.
It was for an amendment.
All right, so we've got to take a vote to reconsider.
All right, everybody.
Smoke.
Item
Yes, sir.
7. All right, so reconsideration of item 7 is before us. Let's open the roll, close
Hi,
the roll,
Julius.
tabulate the vote.
That tastes good.
11 eyes.
All right,
First bag of the day.
all right, and you have a amendment that's been seconded and is in circulation.
Just taste every
All right.
bit of it.
Yeah.
Great, thank you. Any other specials before we go any further? All right, what's next, Mr. Clark?
Tesla's
Mr.
crashing right
President,
now.
the
Shit,
council
yeah, let
may
it crash and
consider
then go to the
closed
top.
session items
It'll go back to the
34
top.
through 40 considered
What goes
by the
down
Budget and
usually
Finance
goes up.
Committee.
Chairwoman Yaroslavsky.
Thank you. I move that this item, closed session items 34 through 40 were considered in BNF on
Yeah,
March
Spindler
18th.
and
I
Herman are
recommend
in
approval of
the
these
other
items.
room.
All right,
Watching them on
can we read those items into the record?
Audit
Thank
LA's
you, Mr.
page.
President. For item 34 in the
She's
case
not
entitled
there.
Sarah
She's
Black versus City of Los
shooting
Angeles
them
et al.,
from, I
there's
don't
a
know
recommendation
whose,
to expend
camera
up to
she's using.
$300,000 in settlement.
Public Works
For
or
item
whatever.
35
maybe.
in the case entitled Fereshte Manshuri versus City of Los Angeles et al., there's a recommendation to expend up to $350,000 in settlement. For item 36 in the case entitled Bridget Christian versus City of Los Angeles et al., there's a recommendation to expend up to
About 3 shares. How much is a share?
$390,000 in settlement.
Shell? You don't mind
For
me
item
asking.
37 in the
does
case
that cost
entitled
per share right
Paulina
now?
Gorban versus City of Los Angeles et al., there's a recommendation to expend up to $425,000 in settlement. For item 38 in the case entitled Giselle Ayar versus City of Los Angeles et al.,
$225 a
there's a
week ago. Now
recommendation
it's
to expend up to
$270.
$500,000 in settlement.
Not exactly
For item
crashing, but
39
nice
in the
track.
case titled Gabriela.
Well, I don't follow it,
Isabel
Kelly. I'm just
Batista
saying. I figured
versus City of Los Angeles et
People are
al.,
saying it's
there's a
going down,
recommendation
so.
to expend up to $500,000 in settlement. And for item 40 in the case entitled
$270.99.
Onan Lopez
That's pretty
Nolasco
hefty
versus
per
City of
share
Los Angeles
price.
Department of Public Works et al., there's a
That ain't
recommendation
exactly
to
cheap.
expend up to
If it was $27,
$750,000 in
I'd buy
settlement.
some. But at
All right,
$270,
those items are
a
now
lot.
before us.
I mean, what was it at? Do you
Recommendation
know
from
what the
budget
all-time
chair.
high was,
Let's
Kelly?
open the roll, close the roll, tabulate the vote.
Like back before they hated Elon and they were
11
trying to
eyes.
make everybody drive electric
All right, what's
cars and they loved them
Mr.
then.
President, the council
Like
may
that
proceed
time.
to presentations.
Like 6
All
months
right,
ago.
we have very exciting presentations this morning. The first one to be led by our own councilwoman from the 7th District, Councilmember Rodriguez.
No, I know, Kelly. I'm just asking because again, really, I don't follow the stock market at all. I don't do the crypto stuff. I just don't do that stuff. I don't know anything about it, so I feel like I'm just investing blindly. And when that comes to happening, I don't like it much. Why is there the news? Why is the news in the back? See the cameraman back there?
Thank you. Good morning, colleagues.
There.
Well, I'm very excited, and come get over here.
Get over
I'm very
here.
excited.
Get
Today
over
we will
here.
be celebrating and recognizing two remarkable organizations that continue to carry forward an important
446
and
months ago?
iconic
Oof.
legacy of one of our
That is a
greatest
pretty
civil rights
decent job,
leaders in our
440 to
nation's history,
270.
Cesar Chavez.
It's almost halved.
As
but
Angelinos and as a city
it's still
that
a good price per share.
lives and survives on labor,
426.
on the precious, hardworking people who sacrifice so much, and particularly when we talk about the sacrifices that are made by the farm workers that keep us fed in good times and in bad, as we saw them toil the fields during COVID with very little protections, if any protections. We are here celebrating the legacy and the remarkable
Taxpayer-funded flour.
strength and endurance of a community that has continued to show up for us in good times and in bad.
you're gonna buy some more
And
if it
it's
drops
for
a few
that
more to
reason that
250,
we are
you're
here
buying
today
at 250,
celebrating the
you're a buyer
remarkable
then.
legacy of an iconic leader in the continued work of both the Cesar Chavez Foundation and the National Chavez Center. Two organizations
Or if
that
you
are
want
not
us to
only
read it, you should put it in
preserving
English,
history,
not in
but
German.
actively transforming
But
lives
willkommen.
today. Can you please join me in giving them a great round of applause?
Dude, there's an awful lot of news in there. Something's happening today.
Now,
Either
we know
somebody
this
big's
work
getting
wasn't just
recognized.
led by Cesar
something's
Chavez
happening.
alone.
We missed
it was joined by other incredible visionary leaders like Dolores Huerta and Gilbert Padilla. They knew that a union could fight for fair wages and safe conditions in the fields, but it would take an entire movement to remedy the injustices that followed farm workers home. And I will tell you, I am incredibly proud to be leading this presentation today. As the daughter
I haven't bought anything
of
since
working-class
2023 as far
immigrants,
as new stuff.
as the granddaughter
Nothing.
and daughter of family members, my dad worked in the fields as a young man because, like so many of our families, that was the work that was availed and afforded to working families to make it in this country when they first arrived. And so many of our stories,
what did you want to be, a rocket
lead
surgeon?
us there. So many
Did you want to be a rocket scientist? Did you want to be a lawyer with zero skill?
Well.
There's a reason why he was in the field, Monica, because he wasn't a highly skilled individual, no matter what country he came from. The people that are skilled get the jobs. The people that don't have skills don't have much of an outlook. That's why we're telling you to stop having kids going out and protest Raza. They should be in school every day because they can't even spell a 5 fucking letter word. Break the cycle, bitch.
The vision lives on with the Cesar Chavez Foundation.
I know you don't like the
reality.
reality. That's reality for you.
Actively transforming lives today.
When you have no skill, you get no job.
Foundation was
or very little work. You're lucky to get what you get. Toilet washing,
today,
whatever.
Decades later, the foundation continues its mission
Welcome to reality.
of realizing Cesar
Yes, rocket
Chavez's
surgeon.
life's work. It uplifts
Take her
Latinos,
scalpel
working
and cut
families,
open the rocket.
inspiring and transforming communities through its vital social enterprises. The foundation's impact is felt in communities across 4 southwestern states where they have built or renovated more than 4 dozen high-quality, affordable housing communities. These are not just buildings. They are homes with community rooms,
My MAGA is showing. Why? Because I tell you the truth, Milford. I get it. The truth hurts. Somebody said that. I didn't make it up. Somebody said it. It really does hit right on the bullseye.
Serve thousands of residents with assets approaching $1 billion.
And like I said, you like a lot of others, Milford. I'll give you $1,000 cash for each and every one of my posts that say MAGA on them. Any of them. Go on to Instagram. I'll give you the link right here. Okay? There's the fucking link right there. I know you can use the money. 1,000 per. If I'm such a MAGA guy. We get it. Just because we don't, agree with you derelicts, you dumb fuck dolts, we must be MAGA. No. We tell the truth. I'm not a racist. I'm the other R word. It's called a realist. And I know you don't like real. You like being coddled and being, oh, you're a perfect little boy. You're awesome. Here's your participation trophy. I know that's what you want. That's the fucking problem. You've been coddled too much.
We also honor
You're
the National
welcome.
Chavez Center, an essential arm of the Chavez Foundation. It's dedicated to preserving and promoting Cesar Chavez's legacy, not only as a historical figure, but
And hurry
as an
up. I put the
inspiration
link
for
there.
future
I want to hear a
generations.
whole bunch of dings.
The center owns
The phone's
many
right here. Everybody will hear the
historic
ding.
Sites such as 40 Acres in Delano,
Then I'll send you the money
where the farm
via
worker movement
PayPal.
began. It also stewards Nuestra Señora Reina
Let me know.
de la Paz,
I got
or La
$3,000 in
Paz
there.
Keene,
I got plenty, at
where
least for
the
3
Chavez-
posts.
Where Cesar Chavez spent his final years.
I'm waiting.
A portion
Haven't heard a
of
ding yet.
This 187-acre property is now
they all
home
go?
to the Cesar E. Chavez National Monument.
Where's the
visited
ding
by
at?
thousands each year, managed in partnership with the National Park Service, which means the Cesar Chavez Foundation's fundraising efforts are now more important than ever, given that federal funding is being pulled from our national parks. The center also oversees Via La Paz Conference and Event Center, where activists,
Still waiting,
labor
still haven't heard
leaders,
a
and
ding
community
yet.
organizations
Should be
still
pretty
gather,
easy to see.
fulfilling Cesar Chavez's dream of a place for
There's
learning,
one.
planning, and empowerment.
There's 2.
And through those programs,
Not one
national
yet.
initiatives, and annual
Oh, wait, I got a
celebrations,
notification.
The National Cesar Chavez
Oh, wait, that's
Center
Francine. Thank you, Francine.
ensures that Cesar Chavez's
No
core
nothing on my
values,
phone.
nonviolence, service to others, and community remains alive
Still waiting on
and
that ding.
relevant today. It now gives me great pleasure to introduce our speaker today.
See, that's how you shut 'em up.
CEO of
'Cause
the
they don't
Cesar
like the
Chavez
truth. They can't fight
Foundation,
the truth.
Manuel Bernal.
They can cry like they do. Their side's a bunch of crybaby beggars. Beggars. Gimme, gimme, gimme. I need more crumbs. Gimme,
Good morning.
gimme, gimme. I need more crumbs.
Council members and esteemed community leaders.
Still waiting on that first ding.
As,
Guessing you're so wealthy.
Well
You don't need the $1,000 per post.
And I have the honor of serving as the president and CEO of the Cesar Chavez Foundation.
I'm waiting,
on behalf
Milford.
Of the Cesar Chavez Foundation Board of Directors, the Chavez family, and the entire Cesar Chavez Foundation organization, some of the staff of which with me here today, I want to express my deep gratitude for this resolution recognizing the legacy
Democrats are
of
beggars.
Cesar Chavez and the ongoing work of the foundation that bears his name. Let me take a small tangent. Andres Chavez, grandson of Cesar Chavez, who is the executive director of the National Chavez Center.
Yeah, still haven't got a ding.
A nonprofit subsidiary of the Cesar Chavez Foundation, was supposed to be here today, but he is not. You may know that Arizona Congressman Raul Grijalva passed away recently.
No ding.
He was a key ranking member of
Yo, of course you're over it now, you fucking loser. Of course you are. Of course you are. Of course you are.
Congressman Grijalva was key.
See how that worked, ladies and gentlemen? See how that worked?
What kind of person to say a toe-to-so? You know what? A toe-to-so. A fucking a toe-to-so.
See how that works? See how you shut them down with truth? They can't fight the truth.
National Park Service, and it really helps keep Cesar's
Another
story
beggar in here.
alive for all Americans. In addition to that, he was always
Next Milford to tell you he was in a cotton field all day working real hard.
He represented
Rode the bus,
area
but they made him
in
run it on the
Arizona
back of the bus
where
all the way
Cesar was
there.
born. We
Tell
felt
us,
it was
tell us your
the right
trials
thing
and
to do
tribulations,
to have Andres
Milford.
go and be
Please.
part of the services today. And as I speak here today, his services are being held in Arizona. So with that said, I want to extend a heartfelt thank you to all of you, to the City Council, for this continued support.
Still
I'd
waiting
like
on
to
that ding,
particularly
Milford.
mention the
Hey,
support
there's a
of
ding. Stranger in the Alps.
council
Let's go.
members
That one
Padilla,
wasn't for you.
Rodriguez,
That one was for me,
Dawson,
Milford.
Price, and,
It'll help pay for you,
for
'cause
your
you know you need the
recognition
money.
of the Cesar Chavez Legacy Awards.
Selling basketballs and BB guns at Big Five, Milford, probably doesn't pay too much.
Continues to inspire generations. Cesar Chavez was more than a labor leader. He was a servant of the people.
I could do this all day,
a
bud.
voice for the homeless.
All day.
A man guided by a deep moral conviction and dignity and justice belong to everyone, no matter their background or station in life.
My girl lost? What girl?
His life's work was rooted in the belief that through
Who's my girl that
nonviolence,
lost?
sacrifice, and collective action, real change is possible. This year
Come on,
marks
though,
the
Milford. Put your
90th
trials and
anniversary
tribulations
of
in the
the
chat room so
Delano
everybody could
Great
laugh
Strike,
at you.
a defining moment
Come on,
in
do it.
American labor history.
Do it.
It
Do
was
it.
led by farm workers, ordinary people who risked everything to demand fair treatment and respect.
Come on, bro.
That movement was not just about wages or working conditions.
All right, everybody.
Or about race or less. It was about human dignity.
Oh, you mean?
About the right
Oh, you mean
to be
Kumala?
seen,
Oh, yeah. Kumala lost a
heard,
long time ago.
and to be
She's
valued.
gone like a fart in the wind.
Today, we at the Cesar Chavez Foundation carry Cesar's legacy forward, not only by remembering his contributions, but by continuing the work that he began. At the Cesar Chavez
reading that
Foundation,
chat,
we are
Milford?
committed to uplifting the working
I haven't
families
wrote anything
through
in the
affordable
chat.
housing development.
That's all your
educational
peers.
initiatives, working with schools, teachers, parents, and students. We also do community
You're awful
empowerment
quiet
and
now, sir.
inspiration by disseminating fact-based information and entertainment to the
Milford
mass
went from loud to
audiences
crickets.
that need to hear our word, and enabling tomorrow's community leaders through the
Still
National
waiting on
Chavez
that ding,
Center
Milford. Just one, so I can
into
give you a foul.
positive social change.
I know you need
using
it.
Cesar's teachings as a training tool. We believe, as Caesar believed, that justice is not a single act or event. It's a lifelong commitment to building a better, more equitable world, and it takes a movement.
I'm waiting,
There's a
Milford.
line from the Farm Worker Prayer with Cesar wrote himself that continues to guide us. Let the spirit flourish and grow so that we will never tire of the struggle.
You're all MAGA.
This is just
You like the country better.
not a
God
hope.
damn you guys. How
It is a
how
charge
dare you like the country in a better
teach for
place.
each one of us that we do not grow weary in the work of justice, that we face our challenges with courage, that we move forward with love, even in the face of division and disagreement. He also once said,
it's quiet in the chat room, ain't it, without him?
The person who
he's
has
still
learned
there.
To read. You cannot oppress
he's scared to type
the people who are not afraid anymore.
He's frightened.
That's what our work is about, empowering people with knowledge, opportunity, and the confidence to believe in their own voice.
Oh, he's frightened, Bryce.
Cesar believed
why I don't see him typing
people
anymore.
Could do extraordinary things, and we carry that belief forward every day. We are honored to be recognized by the City of Los Angeles, a community that values service, equity, and
I will,
the power
Hurdy.
of people
I will.
coming together for the greater good. We are proud to be your partners
back there
in
with
this
his
work.
mask on, scratching his
Before
unwashed
I say my
hair.
goodbyes, I would like to also acknowledge, at a personal level, it's kind of a very surreal moment for me. Yes, I have been.
I don't know.
with the
You
Cesar
tell
Chavez
me,
Foundation
Sean.
for 25
You
years,
tell me.
But someplace
Seems
in
like
there, I
he's gone.
sneaked in 10 years working for the city of LA.
Because he, like the rest of the world that thinks just like him, have realized that 85% of the country feels the way I do. 8.5 out of 10 people you meet on the streets feel the same way I do. They may not talk it, they may not say it the way I say it, but they feel that same way. And they let their votes do the talking. And they did.
Thank you so much, Manuel. And as noted, Andres
What's up, Salvador? How are you?
is continuing his
Happy
service
Wednesday.
during this very difficult time of losing such an important ally that was
No, not
instrumental in
tonight, Brad.
helping to
No show
memorialize
tonight, just this.
Cesar's legacy at the federal level. And, one of the things that I appreciated when I first sat down with Andres a few years ago was when he was talking about his tata. And the reason why is because as the firstborn grandchild,
his
my
Chile.
grandfather was also a tata. And I appreciated the synergies around being, children of these important legacies that we are.
Yeah, but he'll never
in
tell you that,
preserving
Sir Westo.
That story and that legacy, and
It's just as rich as the person telling you that you're a MAGA racist when he was the one that voted for the side that created the KKK and slavery and everything else. That's how rich that is.
descendants of the very farm workers. When I think about
I'm not
people
racist, but I
Robert
voted for the
Rivas,
people
our
that created the
speaker,
KKK.
And
Okay.
again, the work continues.
Okay.
And in the face of adversity, particularly given what we're seeing at the federal level right now, we must continue to band together and be strong in the face of this adversity to continue to be part of this reverberating legacy that continues to inspire people. And when I think about these particular chambers, and I think about my very dear friend, departed, treasured ally, Richard Alatorre, who walked with Cesar to help lead those changes here in Los Angeles when no one looked like us around this horseshoe. I'm really grateful to be in a position today to continue to bring in this
trials and tribulations of Meg,
celebrate and honor
those hard days in the
incredible work
field
that you
picking
continue
fruit for
to
Meg.
do and represent for all of communities in this greater Western region. So thank you all so much for your incredible work in preserving this very important legacy in history, and for all of the incredible contributions that Cesar Chavez has given to this country. We are forever grateful. So thank you. And with that, colleagues, I'd like to open up an opportunity for any colleagues that wish to speak.
All right. Thank you so much, Councilwoman Rodriguez, for bringing this presentation, and thank you so much for your service to the city. Having the recognition of Cesar Chavez at the heart of our city, at the place where the city was founded, is appropriate for who we are and, most importantly, who we want to become, not just to ourselves but to the nation, especially at this moment that we face in history. So we are extremely grateful for your service and look forward to the service that you will provide in the future. Councilmember Padilla.
You're sitting as the president, as a man of color. What moment were you referring to?
And everyone from the foundation and all of the great work that you do. I've become incredibly cynical and really sad since the last presidential election, in just my observation of how people are no longer getting involved civically.
You love the waste because you're a part of it.
Foundations like yourself just kind of remind us that it's not too late. And that
You're
there are
fired.
people from the past that we can look to and be inspired from. And I hope younger folks and new leaders remember who came before them.
It's okay, mija.
Because it's a critical time. So thank you for what you do. And please know that you have a home here in the building. And I look forward to partnering with you to hopefully do something in my district where we can kind of, show young leaders that it's not too late. So thank you.
You're fired.
Thank you so much, Councilmember Rodriguez.
Thank you so much, colleagues.
No more fraud money.
It is now my distinct honor on behalf of the city of
No
Los
more
Angeles
fraud money
to
for
present
me.
2 resolutions, one recognizing the Cesar Chavez Foundation and the National Chavez Center. We are honored and proud to have you here joining us today, and may your work continue to reverberate across every hall of power to continue to ensure that we are uplifting the voices of the people that really matter. God bless you all for the incredible work that you do in keeping Cesar Chavez's memory and legacy alive.
Still waiting on that ding, Milford. I haven't seen you say a fucking thing in the chat room. Ain't nobody blocked you. So I'm guessing you were wrong and I was right. I know I hate when that happens. And I know a lot of people hate when that happens. Ain't that a bitch when it happens?
Thank you so much. Another big round of applause.
Here's your little trophy.
As the guests exit.
Pobrecito. She doesn't
And
get
as
any
they're
more of the
exiting,
waste
I want
money.
to call in the council member from the 10th District.
It's funny how they want all this diversity, equity, and inclusion and all these programs, but they could never afford to do it on their own. Why can't you just get together? There's so many of you clowns. Get together and just fucking pay for it. I forget that most of you don't work and you always have your hand out because most of you are beggars. So I get it. I understand. That's why you can't afford the things you want. You're welcome.
Thank you, Mr. President. Good morning.
Where's the
colleagues.
MAGA
Good
hat
morning,
people? Where are those
everybody.
fucking MAGA
Today,
hat
I'm
people
excited
begging
to
for money?
host
Why the fuck
Black
aren't those
Business
guys in here?
Association,
And girls?
which we
Where the
know in
fuck are
community
they?
As the BBA, and the distinguished honorees of their 2025 Salute to Black Women. For 55 years, the BBA has been more than an organization.
Where the fuck are those MAGAs?
It's been a force that has shaped the landscape of black business in Los Angeles and nationally. As a kid, I recall its founder, Skip Cooper, organizing
Imagine if there was only
black
white
businesses in
businesses.
Los
Imagine
Angeles. He
how
dedicated
angered
his
people would
whole
be
life
about
to
that.
uplifting that
5
part.
white people on a
And
poster,
also
8 of them.
encouraging black women
White
to be in
business.
business. So this is the 22nd annual Salute to Black Women Businesses.
And do they want any of that white money?
Ceremony.
Or is that
It shines
white
a
money
light
like
on women
devil
who are
money?
not
I'm just
just
asking
making
for a friend.
history,
Just want to
they're
know, is it devil
rewriting
money?
Today we celebrate stories of triumph,
I think it is.
of breaking barriers.
I think all of those
and
white folks are
unwavering
devils.
commitment. I'm privileged to stand alongside 3
devil.
extraordinary women whose fields may vary.
Don't need
but
my
their
money.
impact is really undeniable. Delphine Pruitt, Vice President and Business Access Advisor at U.S. Bank. But I met Delphine many years ago.
That's fucked
and this
up,
may
Salvador.
be one of the few people in the world that spent time with Mandela. Also, Sonia Young Adams, who is a fierce
up.
advocate
That was a
for
good one.
women's health. She's the president of California Black Women's Health Project. And Tania Luckett, Chief Executive Officer at True Tech Logistics, which shares that women are in technology and in logistics. We have other women that you
Don't tell
see
nobody,
that
Kimmy.
are up on the poster on the
You probably
sign that
oppressed
are still
somebody
at
to
work
get what
right
you
now,
got.
so they couldn't be with us.
'Cause you're a
But we are
colonizer.
honoring the full association. This year's theme is Moving Forward Together, Women Educating and Inspiring Generations. It's a call to action.
Thank you, Wagon Train.
It's a testament to the power of women and shared knowledge and the ripple effect that goes along with it. These women are not just paving the way.
As long as they're not white women, we're okay. No white women. They're not allowed. Because they're not women. They're white women, which is separate than women. There's women, then there's white women.
That's what I know for sure. And I see a resilience, innovation, and a profound commitment to lifting others. In honor to
waiting on a
acknowledge
stimulus
their
check, Sean?
fortitude, not
Probably.
just during Women's History
doubt.
Month, but
There's
really
the puppet.
throughout every single day. To all of you, thank you for serving the women of our city. I'm excited to work with you all.
No, the black women of our city,
to
apparently.
continue to move forward.
Not the women,
as we build
just
a
the
Los
black women
Angeles
of our city.
where every little black girl knows her worth,
Exactly.
sees her potential, and feels the
Her
unwavering
potential?
support of her community through women like you. Thank you so much for everything you do.
I see
and
my
now
potential.
I'd like to invite the first woman president of the BBA, Sarah Harris, to come up and
The
speak.
BBA. When does the BBC get there?
Thank you very much, Councilwoman Hutt. Yes, and you failed to mention yourself, so I'm going to say it for you. But first, let me say, I am Sarah Harris, President and CEO of the Black Business Association. I've been a member for more than 25 years.
What if there was a
and
white
proud to
business
be,
association?
the
Holy
first
shit.
female president
Holy
of
shit.
the organization. We are currently celebrating and
They love segregation.
Our
They love it.
22nd annual Salute to Black Women, first started by our current chairman and president emeritus, Mr. Earl Skip Cooper II. And it is a testament to the vision that he had so many decades ago to be able to uplift, honor, and appreciate the work, the power, the influence that Black women have. And so on this Saturday, we will be hosting, again, our 22nd annual with an awards luncheon, but also, too, an amazing women's leadership symposium, as well as our Role Models for Success Youth Forum and a 40-plus vendors at our vendor fair.
And women,
And
you're
so it's going to be
welcome,
an
except for
empowering
black
and electric
Republican
day.
women. You are
But
not
what
welcome.
I want to do is to be able to uplift and put into the record the
Black
8
Sabbath.
honorees that we do have this year because they are amazing.
There's
So
Stacy.
if I could just reiterate, we do have a recently elevated Brigadier General Yvonne Cagle, Dr. Yvonne Cagle. She's a U.S. astronaut and first United States Air Force flight surgeon. As a matter of fact, it's so unique, it's the only one award selected for that position. She will be receiving the President's Award. We do have, again, Ms. Delphine D. Pruitt, Vice President, Business Access Advisor for U.S. Bank, and a strong advocate with the Black Business Association, will be receiving our Advocates Excellence Award. Not here today, but wanted to be here so much.
You guys have to stare at this shit. That's what I'm staring at.
Michelle Haynes, who is president of Kaiser
what I'm
Foundation
watching.
Health Plan and Hospitals of Southern California and Hawaii, receiving the Leadership Impact Award. Also not here today, again, desperately wanted to be here today, is Miss Kelly Todd Griffin, founding president and CEO of the Black Women's Collective Empowerment Institute, also receiving the Legacy Impact Award. Today, to
Love
my
Herman
right
back
here,
there.
we do have Miss Tanaya Luckett, CEO of True Tech Logistics, Business Excellence
Again,
Award.
giving more awards out.
To
Can't
my
afford to
left
give
here-
anything
excuse
away,
me,
but that's what we're giving away.
Not present here today is Dr. Carmen Downs, who is president of the National Coalition of 100 Black Women for Los Angeles, receiving this Service Impact Award. And also, we do have Ms. Sonia Young Adam, represented
might be
here
some
by
there,
Ms. Frances
Grant, for sure.
Saunders behind
There's
me,
definitely
CEO
some of those.
of California
Some are
Black
women,
Women's
some
Health
are not.
Project, receiving the Service Impact
Ooh.
Award. These ladies are phenomenal, and we do salute them here today. And I cannot leave without saying that we also have as our chairman award very, very proud to say the Honorable Miss Heather Hutt receiving again the Chairman Award as the first black woman to serve the 10th district.
I think you're trying to say honorable.
We know that she's a very, very busy woman. We are sad that she wouldn't
busy
be here
doing what?
On Saturday, so we brought
busy
this back to
getting
her
thrown
today
into a position because of the color of her skin? You mean that?
Convene on Saturday.
Just so you guys are clear, for the ones who don't know, she out of 15 people, 1-5, she's the only one that was unelected. She was just thrown into the position because they felt they needed diversity. So that's what you got.
But,
AKA Kumala.
I really appreciate being seen. And I think everyone here
That's
feels
Kumala.
the same way. You do a lot of hard work. And
That's how the Democrats do it. The best for democracy. We tell you what's best for democracy. That's how we do it.
Thank you, BBA. I have flowers for the honorees.
I bet you do. We got to pay for those fucking flowers, too.
Wonderful work. We have certificates of recognition for each one of the honorees, signed by all members of the City Council for your hard work and dedication.
Look at that thing back there.
Thank you so much.
Chewing like a cow.
We're going to give you a few minutes. And
go on
hear
to
from
the back of the
Councilmember
room.
Price.
Get up out of here.
Thank you, Mr. President.
Oh, fuck.
Councilwoman
The
Hutt,
indicted
thank you
one,
for
Grady's here.
Bringing this extraordinary organization to council today. We're so honored to welcome Sarah Harris and officers.
Yeah, she's crying.
Presenting
Giving you your
honorees
her best rendition of.
Association.
I haven't heard a ding yet, Milford. Don't think I forgot, buddy. Not one fucking ding yet.
Information
and I know you can use the money, so please,
Sarah,
I'm waiting.
As President, you have taken us to a whole new level. So I just want to say thank you for your leadership. Thank you for your commitment. And thank you for being a real positive role model to men and women of what's possible. So congratulations, keep up the work. And to the honorees, outstanding honorees who are here, and those who couldn't join us, we're just so proud of you.
No, he's on trial right now, Star Cruz. Just started last week, I think. You know, and that's you know how that kind of shit is. The trials can go for a while, go months.
I'm all at a loss for words. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much, and thank you to the Black Business Association, the leadership, and the honorees this year. Happy Women's History Month. And with that, I'll ask the city attorney and the clerk to prepare us for public comment.
Oh, finally. After we gave away a bunch of flowers and a bunch of honors, you know, frames and all this shit we can't afford.
Turn to speak at the podium.
Oh my God, he's
Please say
back.
Which of the agenda items you'd like to speak to?
The
You'll
mole
have
is
1
back.
minute per item to speak up to
My
3
mole
minutes
steak.
total for the items that are open for public comment. Members of the public may also speak for up to 1
Fucking
minute
Favel's back.
for general public comment.
I already missed
During
Grote.
the general public comment, members of the public may speak to
I already
any of the
missed him.
items or anything else within the city's subject matter jurisdiction.
Where's Grote?
We'll tell you when your time's up. When speaking on
Bloody
the agenda
mole!
items, you need
We're
to
not
be on
supposed to
topic.
talk
Our
about
goal
the
is to get
bloody
through
mole,
as
but
many
there's a
speakers
bloody
as we
mole
can.
winking me
If
in
you're
the
not on
face.
topic,
I'm
or
gonna
if you can't
chop
tell
it
whether
off
you're on
and cut
topic,
it up and make
you'll
some
get one brief warning from
guacamole.
me or the president. At that point, you need to get immediately clearly on topic. If you don't do so, or you get stray off topic, you'll forfeit your speaking time and we'll move on to the next speaker. The items that are open for public comment are items 6, 7, and 22 through 33. So again, that's 6, 7,
Remember,
and
Gatto,
22
he is the
33.
deputy city attorney.
And if the
He's the real
would
city
interpret this
attorney.
for everyone in the audience.
So
if
one
you're
would
speaking
assume if
Spanish
he's
and you want
here,
translation into,
Grote
English,
might
please
be in
stop
court
every couple of
defending the
sentences
city,
so that the
and then
translator can
losing the
interpret.
case, and then
And we
us
will hold the
having to give
clock
hundreds
while
of
the
thousands, if
interpreter
not
is
millions
speaking,
of dollars
so that you'll get
in
the same amount of speaking time as everyone
settlement
else.
to somebody. So that's where he's probably at, I would
Si
bet.
ustedes están hablando en español y requiere traducción de español a inglés,
Finally,
por
here we
favor,
go.
dé una pausa después de unos pocos
40
segundos
minutes
para
of
que
wasting
la intérprete
time.
pueda interpretar. Y no se preocupe, vamos a pausar su tiempo para que reciba la misma cantidad de tiempo
He's
como
eating.
los otros
He's on stress leave.
comentaristas. Gracias.
Thank you.
I will now call names for public comment. Maria Vasquez, Sandra Cox, Yaritza Gonzalez, Veronica Wiles, Marisela Granados.
Sandra Cox real? Come on, I don't know. It might be. It totally might be real. Viewer discretion is advised. I think I hear Spindler coming up. Viewer discretion is advised. Hold on, let me pull it back.
Hello.
Oh, that ain't Spindler.
Hello. I'm here for general comment.
You have a minute. Please go ahead.
Hello, council members, and my name is Maria Vasquez. I'm a LAX worker. I'm a proud member of SEIU USW. And the reason I'm here is because I've worked at LAX for about 3 years, and we've been suffering with you guys not passing our vote for our living wage. And so raising the wage will improve health care for LAX workers and will change my life and the lives of my coworkers who are struggling every day to make ends meet through LAX function. The policy was introduced almost 2 years ago, and we can't wait no longer. Please vote yes.
We can't wait no longer. Education, ladies and gentlemen. Education.
Okay.
Kids, if you're watching what you shouldn't
please
be,
let us know which items you want
don't
want
to be like this woman here. Viewer discretion is advised.
This faggot wants to speak on all motherfucking items and my non-motherfucking general public comments. Sir!
Go ahead.
Of course he did.
Thank you, sir. Regarding immigration, this country was built on a formula called Black Sabbath. And the words of the Black Sabbath of our government was to protect America and allow us due process of our rights for entry into any motherfucking state in this United States. However, regarding immigration-related rights, we are fucked. This country has run itself into a fucking situation where immigration has become discriminatory and unconstitutional.
He was
when our mothers and fathers and grandparents like Padilla brought us illegally into this country and we fucked it up.
I think he was a Marine.
The same caliber of person like Jose Luis Huizar from Zacatecas, now a criminal in Lompoc, came into this country to fuck it up. So there has to be a process, legalized, legally, entry or no entry. I serve America under Black Sabbath. I am Black Sabbath. And I will be Black Sabbath in my demise because this fucking country is so fucked up. Either you allow people in this country to work for you niggers or you don't. I didn't use the C word today. I used the N word because you taught me that word. You taught me that word on this motion in my hand, sir.
So you're off topic and you should go on to one of the other items.
Item now, sir. Yes, sir. Just like a communist country, sir.
Move on to a topic, Mr. Herman.
Item 25, sir.
Herman.
Yes, sir. Approved $319,000 for additional homelessness. I know what it's like to be homeless. I was a victim of homelessness. And this country fucked me up mentally.
Look at Spindler back there.
What did you do to protect me, Nazarian? What did you do to protect me, Mommy Padilla? When I was homeless for 2 years, surfing from couch to house, to city to home, to beds, what did you do for me? $1 billion deficit. You gutted out $1.6 billion under HHH. Bitch, bitch, bitch. And I am upset. I'm an American. Now into my non-agenda public comment.
Go ahead.
This motion on rules taught me one thing, that this communist country in California has taught me that I can't use the N-word, I can't say the C-word anymore, which violates my constitutional belief and rights as a person.
Mr. Herman, please face the horseshoe.
I am talking to the people. We, the people, need to know why I'm upset. When you use emotion to use epithets to discriminate against an American citizen like me, Mr. Dawson. This country, Mr. Dawson, is a country of rules and regulations. It's called due process, sir. And I'll be the first nigger to say so. Under Brandenburg versus Ohio, U.S. 395, 444, 1969, dirty nigger. Thank you, sir.
Right,
See, that's
time
what
is expired.
That's what you get when you try to ban these words.
Before the next speaker comes, I'd like to call out their names. Sherry Bonstill, Neida Quintanilla.
Please vacate the podium, Mr. Herman.
That's what you get.
Armando Munoz, Amanda Armbar.
Hi, Speaker. Which items would
It's
you
their
like to
own
speak
fault.
Items 6 and 7 and
Their
general public
plan's
comment.
backfiring like an old Buick in their face.
Please begin.
Okay, thank you. Good morning. My name is Yaritza Gonzalez, and I'm here on behalf of Carecen, the Central American Resource Center. As a legal service provider, Carecen supports the motion to provide critical services to meet the increased demand for legal services and education and outreach for immigrant families and communities in the city of LA. LA is home to more than 1 million immigrants. We can only expect the need for legal services to increase as immigrants in LA continue to face attacks from the federal immigration system, especially with the threats of mass deportation from President Donald Trump. LA took swift action to protect the immigrant community by passing the LA Sanctuary City Ordinance last year, and in 2017, it took critical action to bolster the LA Justice Fund, now known as Represent LA, which kept hundreds of families together. Now the city must double down in strengthening services that are lifelines to immigrants in LA. The city of LA must take bold actions and stand unwaveringly with our immigrant communities as hostility towards immigrants escalates across the country. We urge the city council to pass these motions immediately. Thank you.
Emotional, Thank you.
damn
And
it!
Mr. Spindler and Mr. Herman, so your constant motion to the side of the speaker is distracting. We're having trouble paying attention to him. This is your first, last, and only warning. If you keep intentionally moving like that and trying to distract us, you may be rejected from the meeting. Hi, Speaker. Which items did you want to speak to?
I think you
morning.
mean ejected, but
My
whatever.
name is Marisela Granados. I'm here to talk about the pantry.
Okay, so you have a minute. Please go ahead.
Thank you.
Rejected means, I guess,
My
you're
name is
already
Marisela
outside. They
Granados.
won't
I've been
let
working
you
at
in.
the
He's
pantry
already
for
in.
26 years. It's been almost a month since the trust from Mr. Riordan closed the pantry. We're here to ask for support for you to help us reopen the pantry and give us.
Thrown out.
We stay out of work. We're asking for your help to reopen the pantry again.
And I'm not even a lawyer.
I have kids that I need to support. I have a family. My coworkers have a family as well, and we just ask for support to open the restaurant again. This Friday we have a food event, and we're asking if you guys could join us on that day. It's going to be from 7 to 9. We would like you guys to show support to us. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, the family that owns it don't want to open it. The kids, like I said, it was the dad's dream, not the kid's dream. And that happens a lot. Businesses get sold because the kids don't want to do it.
Quintanilla. I'm here to provide general public comment.
Please go ahead.
So I'm speaking today on City Council File 201041S5, which is now scheduled to be heard by City Council by the Council on Tuesday. A few of us attended the Transportation Committee meeting this morning, and we were pleased to learn that this City Council file has been rescheduled from Friday's agenda to Tuesday. I wanted to leave you with a key message. LADOT has failed to uphold its commitments to expanding EV car share in South and in East LA. Instead, LADOT now seeks to allow Blink Mobility to dismantle 40 public EV car share stations in City Council Districts 1, 8, 9, 10, and 14. Given the urgency of this issue, we urge the Council to take the following immediate actions. to delay the vote on Council File 201041 S5 and remove it from the agenda until LADOT provides full transparency on the rationale behind the allocation of funds
to read the
and
paper in John
dismantling
Lee's
of the
hand.
program.
Look at him.
Halt the dismantling of the 40 Blue LA EV car share stations until a sustainable transition plan is developed and publicly reviewed. Thank you.
Thank you.
I don't know about that, Wagon. But my comprehension of the language is decent.
Hello, my name is Ivana. I am
English is
also
a
part of
tough
the Trust
language.
Out
It
LA
really is.
team.
Why
I
it's
would
tough
like
for
to
people to
continue,
learn.
the concerns as not only a resident,
A lot of
but
things will fool you.
as a person who has been very involved in the community engagement aspect of the Blue LA EV car share mobility program. I would like to continue to say that we would urge the council to take the following immediate actions in addition to what Neida Quintanilla included.
What's up, Art?
To direct LADOTs not to reallocate the 1.5 million in CARB step funds without first earmarking replacement funds, to ensure these resources are used as originally intended to benefit South LA and East LA communities, once again impacted by Council Districts 8, 9, 10, and 15. We would urge the council to hold LADOT accountable for failing to implement equitable clean mobility investments, address the structural racism within LADOT, and mandate to end to transportation redlining in South LA and other BIPOC communities. Thank you.
You hear that at DOT, Department of Transportation? Y'all racist.
Hello, Speaker.
Good morning. My name is Ciris Barrios. I'm going to
Look who came right into the picture over here now.
On every item, so I can get my 3 minutes. But I want to start off with, I'm very offended every time I come to City Council and I have to listen to these people. I feel threatened for my life. Every time I feel harassed. So this should not be allowed, this behavior or this type of... So I wanted to start off with that. But I am here for something else.
What should be allowed is what I think should be allowed.
I'm with Neida and with Ivana. We were in the Transportation Committee. We're here to speak on Council File 201041S5. And I'm just so thrown off because of these people. I can't even speak because this is how angry I am every time I come here and I have to listen to the way they speak to our council people on race. And this council hasn't taken a stand. I can't even speak now. Just so angry. I'm here to speak on a very important matter that's impacting South LA. LADOT is removing clean investments and has redlined South LA. South of MLK, we have 39 square miles, 650,000 people that don't have access to Metro e-bikes. We don't have scooters. We don't have car share. And now they're going to dismantle 40 stations, District 1,
So, Speaker,
8, 9, 13, and 14.
So I'm sorry.
General comment.
Well, that really was general comment. So do you want to speak to any of the items 6, 7, or 22 through 23? Okay. If not, I'm afraid you're going to have to end because we have to give the same time to everyone.
Okay.
What I would suggest, if I understand you were offended by the remarks, you may know there's been a recent council motion to help address some of this. If you want, I'd be very eager to hear what you have to say. I can give my card to one of the sergeant-at-arms, and feel free to email me.
This has to take a stand because this cannot continue that we have 1 minute and that we're thrown off when we have to speak. We are being harassed every time we're in this space, and this needs to end by this council.
I hear you. Can the sergeant...
I hate free speech. I hate the Constitution. I hate it.
I designated a sergeant for the moment. She's coming up with the card.
I get it, ma'am. You fucking hate it.
Hi, good morning. My name is Armando Munoz. I'm doing a general public comment.
Great. Please go ahead.
Thank you. So my name is Armando Munoz. I have been working at LAX for the past 15 years as a security officer. On behalf of my 5,000 coworkers that work at the airport at LAX, I am here to share why this is so important to us, the living wage ordinance that just passed not so long ago. Our city is headed towards uncertain economic times, but what is uncertain is the workers who make the airport function need a raise. And any raise that we get paid goes into the economy. We spend it on the necessities that the current moment we can't afford. 3 months ago, we made history. Now let's finish the job for both the city and the workers who make LAX run. please do everything you can to make sure that the draft ordinance comes back to council soon so that our families and our entire city can start to see the benefits. Thank you very much. You have a nice day.
Our council people.
Thank you.
Boy, she was
Before
all
the next
fucking...
speaker comes, I'd like to
I
call
want
a few
the
more
artist
names. Tiffany
and the song
Childs,
title.
Andrew Gravener, George Buzzetti, Lydia Grant, Ciris Barrios, Diana Garcia.
Okay, artist and song title. First to give me that's the winner.
Hi, Speaker.
And under or over
I'm
8.
disappointed in you, Fable. I'll take all items and general public comment.
Under or over?
By the way, I'm very offended by the anti-free speech things we heard up here. Oh my gosh, I'm shaking. I feel so unsafe because of that anti-free speech woman we just heard. I'm sorry. Let's see, item 25. We have a motion from Isabel and Ulysses relative to funding extend the lease agreement between the Department of General Services and Los Angeles Holdings LLC for a refresh spot/crisis response facility. This is a motion for $319,907.34. Now it says it's for additional homeless services, but then indicates that it is for the lease costs. So I want us to all think about how much this city funnels taxpayer money into the hands of landlords. It's not enough that they get so much of workers' paychecks, but also a lot of the taxpayer funding that could just be purchasing property, maintaining city-owned property, is instead being furnished to someone just because they own something, while it just removes funding that we could really use for those actual services, and it's really unfortunate. We also have a reimbursement for all of the hullabaloo surrounding the Dodgers. That's item 33. I'm glad to see that we will be reimbursed for the cost incurred for this, for the city to host a celebration for a private organization. Nothing against the Dodgers. It's just frustrating a city that's so lacking in services, that's so filthy, that has such a huge population of unhoused residents. That we don't take that seriously, and we're always throwing parties, and these wealthy institutions are running ruckshot all over our city all the time. So I'm glad we're recouping some of those funds. We also have a Snitches Get Stitches award, item 29. We keep reinstating this. It doesn't seem like it's going anywhere. Maybe we could put some more funding into crime prevention, into community services. Then we wouldn't have to levy these snitch rewards. To this time, it's for $75,000. If it didn't help at $50K, I don't know why $75K is gonna do much good. I also wanted to say page 31 was missing from all of the agendas today. That's weird. We have some rent escrow account program motions on the agenda.
Why is it missing?
By now you should know how I feel about the rent escrow account program. I just think it's funny that when landlords violate their contract, that they're never at a loss as long as they make proper abatements. They get to keep all that money, and the landlord is out the time and inconvenience that they had to deal with.
Here we go.
Council President has such a thin skin, it's no coincidence. He's so afraid of the things that we say. It's not about the public interfering with meetings. We should have known from the moment he removed the option to comment on the phone. They claim it's to keep us protected. They want to have us ejected if we say things they find offensive, like words that rhyme with hunt. What happened to the First Amendment? Instead of trying to protect it, the things you do will bring lawsuits. Shout out Smoke and Scan. Everyone should also go follow Sabby Sabs, the Revolutionary Blackout Network, and do Dissidents for some honest reporting outside the mainstream. Fable, really disappointing earlier. I think you were towing the line of a Brown Act violation there.
There we go.
Thank you.
19-time Grammy Award winner Stacey Segar-Bollinger, everybody. Thank you, Stacey, for the shout out, and it's time to smoke.
Hi, Speaker. Which items did you want to speak to?
I'm speaking in public comment,
Okay.
general public comment, but as neighbor council who has submitted a CIS on
an item, I'd like to be able to speak for an additional minute.
You're
even
the-
though it's not an agenda item for today, this is critical
Nobody got that
information
one, huh?
for the city and city attorney. Just 1 minute extra.
Miss Independent Kelly
Thank you.
Clarkson.
I am Lydia
Aaron, you're the
Grant.
winner.
I'm the president of the Sunland Tongue and Neighbor Council. First of all, I'm here to thank Councilmember Rodriguez for supporting our community in our latest battle. I did want to let the council members know that we learned last night from Ms. Rodriguez's office that the soil dumping that our tests show is toxic, that the county is refusing to let the city of Los Angeles test the soil, according to Ms. Rodriguez's staff member. So I think this is of grave concern as we think about these fires, that they're only testing for metals, they're not testing for the other things before dumping them. This is not a landfill. This is an open space, dirt lot in the middle of a residential area. And with in a high wind velocity area that will blow whatever's in it all the way through the San Fernando Valley, especially the Northeast. So we're concerned about our neighbors in Lakeview Terrace and Silmar. We have sent a letter
Go ahead.
of our request to the city, and thank you, because some of those issues have already been addressed, but I just wanted you all to have it so that you could help support our councilwoman in being able to get what we need to make sure that our communities are going to be safe. We're actually requesting too that some of the funguses be tested. They don't test for those now, and all this dirt is being put on the top of a hill where it's a wind tunnel through into the San Fernando Valley and also over to the Tujunga Wash, which supplies drinking water for the city of Los Angeles. And they are also washing this into the storm drains. So we are hoping that we can get more help to make sure that this issue is addressed. And again, I want to thank you, Ms. Rodriguez. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Before the next speaker comes, I'd like to call a few more names. Felipe Duarte, Gracie Blue, James Law, Jonathan
go.
Grote, Streffen Fable.
Jonathan Grote.
Okay.
They signed
All
Grote up.
items in general. Which items are open again?
Remember, under over 8.
It's items 6, 7, and 22 through 33.
Okay.
Please
so
go ahead.
We have items 6 and 7. Looks like both of them are related to immigration-related things and such. So the city should, while the city considers all these immigration stuff, which is good, we should do that. And the prohibition of. Now I wonder on item 7 if the prohibition of federal immigration, prohibition of use of city resources for federal immigration enforcement includes the prohibition of using LAPD resources for immigration enforcement, because I'm hearing a lot that they're helping and assisting immigration officials and lying and claiming they aren't. What they're doing is not actually assisting them, when they are in fact assisting them. So we should make sure that the LAPD is not assisting Trump immigration officials. All right, let's move on. Now, we have item 25, which is a refresh spot facility. So it's good that we're providing resources to unhoused people here. We should also make sure that we provide more resources and housing and such instead of criminalization and sweeps, and you should abolish 4118. Now we have item 26. Now, I guess it's good that you're commemorating this, although lighting up City Hall isn't really going to do anything. But what are you exactly doing for Muslim Americans with your stuff? Because I'm not really seeing much. So you do all kinds of performative stuff, but nothing particularly of note to actually help them. We have item 27, which is more supplemental charter bus services for Heather Hutt, whatever the heck she's doing with them, because you can find no information about it. The motion doesn't explain it, what exactly is going on with these supplemental charter buses, but I guess at least we know that she has them. Item 29, Ulysses, you're never finding this person. It's been like over 15 years. It's been like 17 years. Who knows if this person's even still alive, living in the city. You're never finding the person. So we're using reward money for snitches and all this campaign and everything when we're never going to find the person. We're not even going to find the person. It's been 17 years. 31. Oh, this is even worse. This has been 20 years, Makoptim. 20 years, you're not finding the person. Why are we even besides the whole reward money for snitches thing, you're not going to find the person. Just blowing money for the
General.
You're not going to find the person. It's just reward money for snitches. Item 33. I guess at least the Dodgers are paying for it, but policing is bad either way. So for general public comment, let's see. As usual, most of you are not paying attention. I wonder what you're talking about over there, Adrian, that's more important than public comment. Maybe you can send your staffers away, and once public comment's over, they can come back and you can have your conversation. Right? Okay, you're going to go ahead and send them away now, since it's public comment?
You got to address the council, Mr. Gravener, not individuals.
I'm addressing a member of the council. So why don't you then tell it, since we're supposed to address you or the council? Maybe the whole council can send his staffers away, and then they can come back after public comment, so he can listen to the public right now. So, yeah, just I don't know what's going on with this place.
Thank you.
All right, we got the under. He can't even breathe, and he's this thin man standing still. He can't even breathe. You think it's the mask, you fucking dope?
Hi, I'm here for a general
Unders
public
win.
comment.
Great, go ahead.
Good morning, council members. My name is Diana Garcia. I work for the original Pantry Cafe for 17 years. This historic restaurant had been open for 100 years. It's been a month since the Reardon Trust decided to close the restaurant and misplace me and my coworkers. We dedicated decades of our lives to this restaurant. We were loyal to this restaurant. We loved working at this restaurant. And now that we are left without a job, with nothing, no severance paid, no job, nothing, we are very worried for our future.
That sucks.
I myself have a 3-year-old that I need to support, and I struggle to really, make sense of what happened, just like my coworkers. We feel lost, scared. We don't know what our future will look like. We appreciate meeting with several council offices this morning and ask that you communicate with the owners. We also invite you to our Pancakes in the Streets action this Friday before council from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. We'll be right outside Pantry. Finally, we ask for your continued support in reopening and preserving the original Pantry Cafe, which is a historic cultural monument. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hopefully you get another jam, man. Never want to hear that, a hard-working lady trying to feed her and her
Hello,
kids.
Speaker, which items?
Again, that's when the kids don't
Thank
follow
you,
the dream of
Attorney
the
Bro.
family.
If you allow me, I would like to speak on 23, 24, 25, and the general.
Go ahead.
Thank you, Mr. Grohl. Start with item number 23.
Smoke.
能不能让我陪
Look at
着
Spindler.
你走？既然你说留不住你，回去的路
Hopefully he doesn't get kicked out.
有些黑暗，担心让你一个人走。我想是因为我不够温柔，不能分担你的忧愁。
Beautiful voice.
如果这样说不出口，就把遗憾放在心中。Thank you, Attorney. I would like to move on to item number 24.
Go ahead.
我想我可以忍住悲伤，可不可以这样要求？怕你难过，转身就走，那就这样吧，我会了解的。把我的悲伤留给自己，你的美丽让你带走，
Diddy Daniel, I missed it.
我再没有快乐起来的理由。我想我可以忍住悲伤，假装这世界没有你。Thank you, attorney. I would like to move on to item number 25.
Fucking beautiful.
可不可以忍住悲伤？知不这样你也会想？我想我可以忍住悲伤，假装生命中没有你。从此以后，我在这里日夜等待你的消息，把我的悲伤留给自己，你的美丽让你带走。从此以后，我再没有
Thank you, Nirvana.
快乐起来的理由，起我。Attorney, I would
Thank
like
you,
to
Nirvana.
move on to general public comment.
Yes, please.
My name is Mistress Shaniqua Goddess Bonisha, and I'm here to advocate for our Figueroa community. We need healthy Figueroa prostitute so our single man can have a chance to experience what sexual intercourse feels like, especially for someone who never seen a vagina before.
This is not within the jurisdiction of the Los Angeles City Council.
We need more affordable Figueroa sex workers in our Figueroa community.
This is not within the jurisdiction of LA City Council. Mr. City Attorney.
Yes.
Can have some entertainment after a hard day of work after Figueroa community. We need a clean Figueroa community sex workers so we can have sex without being a Magic Johnson or HIV because we deserve clean sex in Figueroa community. Last week, I was trying to get Figueroa 3 minutes general non-agenda sex, but I was denied by the LAPD and by our city council. I deserve to have an orgasm in the city of LA.
Thank you, Speaker. Your time's expired.
I don't want to be Magic Johnson or HIV. I gotta clip that.
All right, this will conclude public comment.
Mr. Spindler, which items do you want to speak
Once
on?
the reindeer is done.
Why are you chewing gum?
And I'm glad Ulysses is laughing at that. That's
Which
good.
items do you want to? Let's start the
Well,
clock.
let's see. All the fucking goddamn items.
Go ahead.
Goddamn general comment.
Your
So let's
discretion
see here.
is
Your
advised.
agenda only has half the pages, so we have to do half the agenda. Let's start. Want to go ahead? Oh, yes. Well, we're going to get money from the goddamn Dodgers. Fuck the Dodgers.
Hey.
Bunch of cheaters.
Hey!
So,
How come the New York Mets aren't covering part of the cost? Didn't they play in the World Series?
hey, that's a good point. Yeah. The New York Yankees should pay half of the cost. Actually, they should pay all of the cost for beating this ridiculously untalented, overpaid team known as the Doyers. Fuck the Dodgers. Send them back to the dark garden of Brooklyn. They're no fucking good. So let's see. We only have half the agenda. Well, let's see here. That's Mr. Fauble's fault, isn't it?
You didn't give us half the pages, Fleeble.
God damn it. I'm missing half the items here. Oh, here we go. CD10.
Oh, that's Heather Kant on beautification. Yes. So what's she doing? $500,000, Ulysses. You see what she's doing to you, Ulysses?
Heather's victimizing you, Ulysses, in your district because Heather's getting hundreds of thousands of dollars to make her district pretty. And notice, Heather, she didn't sign the petition to ban the words, and she gets more money, while Ulysses signed the petition to ban the words and gets 80% less funding for her district. So what does this mean? It means anybody that signed Marchese's motion is going to prison. I think you're right. Then we have number 29. A sheriff's deputy was murdered. So what? Fuck him. That's not on the topic. We don't deal with sheriff's deputies. We have LAPD. Like over here on my right here, we got this incompetent Sergeant Clark. Now see, if something happens to LAPD, it's on topic. But if any of these sheriffs or CHP get killed, I think that's off topic, and I don't think we should give a dime to this effort. What about the murderer? Oh, the murderer? Shout out, yo! Giving a gang sign, yo. And then we have number 30, Heather Cunt again, to do street lighting repairs. You see, Unisys? You see what Heather's doing to you? She's repairing more street lights. I think that Heather is stabbing Unisys in the back, and it must stop.
General.
Yes. So, we'd like to know, did you pay that nice, pretty lady to come up here and make that fucking performance here? I'm afraid. I'm so nervous now, I can't speak. Why, this chick is so talented, she should have started Cinderella rather than that racist bitch Rachel that started it. Holy shit. So remember, we know who works for the nonprofits, and when they get up here and talk, and they're working to get city money, I think, Strephon, you should look to see if they're registered as lobbyists, because I think they're illegally lobbying without being registered. We're going to get on that more. And remember, everybody, let's note who didn't sign the ban on the N-word. Hugo didn't sign the ban. How come you didn't sign the ban, Hugo? Because Hugo wants to keep his house and his pension. That's right. So remember, everybody, vote yes for nigger and cunt to remain here on the council.
Thank you, Mr. Spindler. Your time's expired.
All right, that concludes public comment for today's meeting. Thank you to everybody who came, and thank you for everyone who endured public comment for today's city council meeting. Mr. Clerk, what is before us at this time?
Oh, you're not chewing
Mr.
gum
President,
anymore?
the
Oh, he's
council
still
may
chewing the gum.
reconsider item 8 with 12 members present for adoption of the ordinance.
All right. Do we need a vote on reconsideration, or can we just
Yes,
vote?
sir.
All right. So open the roll on reconsideration of item number 8. Close the roll. Tabulate the vote.
12 ayes.
All right. Now on item number 8 with 12 members is before us. Let's open the roll. Close the roll. Tabulate the vote.
12 ayes.
All right. What's next?
Mr. President, the council may now vote on items 22 through 33.
All right. Those items are now before us. Let's open the roll. Close the roll. Tabulate the vote.
12 ayes.
All right. What's next?
The council may now consider item 6, called special by Councilmember Rodriguez, for which amending motion 6A, Rodriguez Padilla, has been introduced, circulated, and posted on the bulletin board.
All right. Item number 6, as amended by Councilmember Rodriguez. Seeing no speakers on this item, let's open the roll.
Yeah,
Close
it's
the roll.
madness
Tabulate the vote.
12 ayes.
All right. What's next?
But the reason
Mr.
it's that way is
President,
because there's no
request to send
opposition.
items 2 and 3 forthwith.
That's
Without
why,
objection,
Paul.
that'll be the order. What's next?
The council may now consider item 7, called special by Councilmember Jurado, for which amending motion 7A, Jurado Padilla, has been introduced, circulated, and posted on the bulletin board.
You know, like
All right. That item as amended is before us.
Like a
Seeing
few
no
of you have
speakers on the
said,
queue, let's open the roll.
you know,
Close the roll.
I'd be interested. It'd be really interesting to see if Doge came and audited the city and showed us just what's going on, regardless of trying to cut anything or do anything. Just show me where the money's actually going, especially with the homeless. Especially with the homeless. And I know it's the homeless advocates that's making $275,000 a year driving a brand new Tesla.
Some of my colleagues helped work on these.
That's where the money's going.
Councilmember Hernandez, Raman, McCosker.
It's not going to the actual people that needed the housing or needed the food.
The city departments who were all helped craft this, and the organizations that did this as well. We're talking about the California Immigrant Policy Center.
Well, I don't think they could, Casey, only because, again, that's federal. Doge is doing a federal audit. It's not doing an audit of the actual city. You know, that's the thing. We're looking at the city of Los Angeles, not the state of California. Although we're in California,
without.
We're talking about just the city's
Mothers
budget and
fathers
money.
are being taken to Guantanamo Bay and being held with 9/11 terrorists.
Aw.
Tens of
Aw.
thousands of unaccompanied children just got taken away their ability to have legal representation. So this whole rhetoric about this being about criminals is simply not true. This is about families and children. And we cannot play nice with this administration trying to
They're
appeal to
criminals
their
if they
better
came
angels.
here
They
illegally,
simply do not
Hugo.
exist. And don't be fooled by some of the right-wing rhetoric that says these are symbolic gestures. They are not. Even their own administration is saying that people know too much of their rights, that they're not giving into the pressure. And so the things we are doing are working. And this is an issue for many families of life and death, about keeping families together and supporting the entire immigrant community. So I want to just thank everyone who voted for this today to move this forward. I look forward to the reports coming back. And very soon, we're going to expand, hopefully, beyond just a sanctuary city, but we're going to do everything at our disposal.
Yeah,
to
he's
protect
taking the
immigrant
copium
families.
right
Thank
now.
you so much.
Thank you so much, Mr.
Yeah,
Soto
I
Martinez.
get it. He's a
Councilmember
Democrat.
Rebuttal.
They love to break the law. They
Council
love
President.
filth, crime,
I'm
and
excited to
decay.
share
They love
that
it.
the
That's what
Korea
Democrats
Arts
love.
Center opened
Their
in the
voter
Arts
base
District
loves
this
it.
month.
They love
the
it.
center was established to preserve the legacy
Okay.
and works of Korea.
They all do. Okay, so now they're angry. Okay, they're trying to cope. Okay, telling you that illegal immigration isn't illegal. So I hate to break it to you. Just when you sneak in, that's the crime. I don't care if you're 2 days old or 200 years old. That's a crime. I don't care if that you're not robbing people. That's a crime. And the people who should really be mad are the legal immigration seekers. The ones that have been here 10 or 20 years, who took the ESL classes, who learned the language, who took all the naturalization courses, paid into the economic system here, and they still don't have their visa. Those folks should really be pissed, because all you did is said, hold on a second, I'm more special than you, so I'm going to go ahead of you just because I snuck in last night. And that there's a little bit of real for you. Okay? This country was built on immigration. Immigration. Not illegal immigration. And I know Democrats love to look the other way. He's a felon. He's a felon. But when you come into the country illegally, that is a crime. And I get it. You have selective anger. You choose to look at what you look at. That's why I don't even talk to you people. It's like talking to a tree. You're not worth the talk. You can't hold the conversation. At some point, you're going to be begging me for some money for some fucking program that you want to have done. And then I'm a racist if I don't give you any money for it. Looks like they're done for the day. We get it. We understand. We see your playbook. Beautiful day in Las Vegas. Look at that. Right on the strip, ladies and gentlemen. We're here right in front of the New York. Start spreading the news. Looks like a nice day on the strip, too. Look at that. On Wednesday, you got people walking around, shopping, doing their thing. Right in front of the M&M store. You can see the giant yellow M&M there. So, that's just it. I know a lot of people don't like the truth. Just like your buddy Milford, who still hasn't given me any dings. Still waiting for the dings because I'm such a MAGA guy. Okay? Some of us don't like our country being deteriorated. Some of us are angry at the immigrants who come here and treat it like shit and spit in the face of everybody who's here, who has to fucking pay for you because you can't afford yourself, much less usually the kids that you drag in here. And that's some more real for you. Maybe you should stop having so many fucking kids first, get a goddamn career, then you have all the kids you want. But that probably won't happen either, because again, most of you are low-skilled that are coming through that fucking fence. Trust me, the doctors and the lawyers are staying in their country because they're already doctors and lawyers. Guess what? They're skilled. We're getting the ditch diggers. And we all need ditch diggers too. I was one for many years. That's why I have bent fucking fingers. But at some point, you obtain another skill. And you create something. That's what's great about this country. So don't let them fool you. We're about immigration, but legal immigration. Okay? Legally. You don't go into, I can't run into anybody's fucking country just because I feel like it. Certainly not Canada, not Mexico. Okay? Just letting you know. I can't go to either of those, and those are the ones that surrounded me. I went to Europe. I went to the UK. I had to go through customs. Okay? When I flew from the UK back into Europe, I had to go through customs again in Ireland. I'm telling you, you don't just walk in. You got to show your papers. And they're searching your shit. And they're asking you when the fuck you're leaving. So, yeah, man. Yeah. Just talk about it real. You know, and they love to be angry at you because you're not spending your money on what they want you to spend it on. Which is foolishness. Just straight foolishness. I look shady? I mean, I wouldn't sit next to me on a plane either. I wouldn't do it. If I saw me on a plane and I saw my ticket and I had to sit next to me, I'd be like, oh man, you guys got a seat in the back for me? There we go. Look at the beautiful day. Look at that. Look at that beautiful water shot. Atlantic Ocean in all its beauty. Out front of the Elbow Room Bar. It's a nice day out there, man. This dude's got it right here. He's like, man, I'm going to have my drink right here. I'm going to watch all the chicks in bikinis coming off the beach. Look at them all right there. Just a train of ladies right there. Holy smokes. That's what I'm saying. He got the right idea. It's being inside and being all stuffy. Nope. I'm Keeney watching. I'm on full Keeney watch. Got the cops across the street posted up just waiting for the fool. Worth going back to watch. Oh, yeah, it was pretty spicy. They were definitely spicy today. Again, it's the council's fault. They've done so much to shut down free speech, and I don't agree with, the way they use those words for the most part. But again, it's part of free speech. Okay? It just is. There's going to be a lot of things that you're going to hear that you don't like. And I wouldn't be surprised if that lady who claimed that she felt unsafe because of the words and this, that, and the other, I wouldn't doubt if she was a fucking plant by them. I gave her $50 to come in and just say, here's the script. Just come in, pretend that you're fucking, you're scared. I can't even talk now. I don't even know what I was going to say. Free speech, goddammit. I hate the Constitution. I fucking hate it. Idiot. So, chit-chat, man. This state of mind is filled with a lot of kooks. It's unfortunate. You wonder why and how these idiots stay in power. There's a lot of idiots out there that vote. Anti-American communists that are just like them. They're offended by the sight of the American flag. It's offensive. I feel harassed. That's right, Spark. You tell him. Triggered Tammy. Scripted. Oh, yeah, I think it is. I mean, come on, man. How hard would it be? You noticed there was TV cameras back there today, too, right? Just so you know which day the media is coming in and for what. Oh, they're talking about free speech, and of course Herman and Spindler went crazy while the media was there. Of course they were going to drop the N-bomb after N-bomb after C-bomb after C-bomb. They're doing it. They're doing it. And it's just, look, it's your fault. They probably wouldn't have been so brash had you not tried to implement the rule. But you're trying to control them, and they don't like being controlled. Nobody does. Unless you're a puppet. Which I get. A lot of their voter base is that. They're puppets. You tell them what to say and do, and boom. Oh, I need to go to Tesla and burn a car? Great, let's go. Just Muppets. They really are Muppets. Low IQ people. Just dumb as a box of rocks. You know, no critical thought. And I don't give a shit about IQ level. They can sit there and read books all day and take an IQ test and score high on it. Don't mean anything to me. When you're easily fooled, that's what means something to me. That's why the ones that are dangerous are the ones that are a little bit book smart and a little bit street smart. They got the advantage because they understand. They see it coming. They're terrorists? Yes, some of them are. They're domestic terrorists. But we have a lot of that here. You know, we saw it in the last 4 years. You saw BLM, they're domestic terrorists. You saw Antifa, they're domestic terrorists. They've all melded together in one group because they don't have much. And again, even those folks you're gonna see less of them because of the fraud being caught, and now they're cutting off the money flow. So slowly but surely, you're gonna see the stranglehold on all that shit because these are paid protests. This is rent a riot. Okay, that's really what's happened. Okay, and not only that, but the fucked up part is we paid for it. Our money, our tax money went to go to pay people to protest against what we strongly believe. And we paid for it. That's the fucked up part. Not the fact that you have communists within your country. And I always say it. You have a lot of people that were born here. They're not Americans, but they were born here. Well, they're more than just a scam, Sam. Yes, but they're that. They scam the people. They scam for the money. That's why you never see BLM ever show up when it's black on black crime or any color on color crime. When it's a white cop, oh yeah, they're showing up. Why? Because there's the grift. It's easy to get the money. So when they find it advantageous able to get something out of it, they're there. But the normal every single day crime, don't even care. And if you really cared, you would have took the money that you did get and give it to Eric Garner's family or Trayvon Martin's family or George Floyd's family or any of the guys that passed. But no, you used them as a pawn. You used their names as a pawn to get the money, to grift. Took that money and bought mansions with it. I mean, if anybody should be mad, it's the families of those individuals that were lost. Because their names were used in a scheme. It's no different than some gypsies on the corner telling you, can you help me for the funeral cost for my family member who never died and isn't even their family member. Okay? Then they walk around the corner and get into their Mercedes-Benz and drive off. It's no different. It's no different. Just saying. No, not in my eyes. Not in my eyes. Then you have all these great white hope idiot liberals that think, that they're gonna erase racism and give back equality to these folks. And they're like, well, wait a minute, how do you even know how we feel? Because most of the BLM was white liberal idiots. The lunatics that are attacking Tesla. Same lunatics. Okay? They're the same idiots that are angered by the waste being discovered. I'll do one more bag and then I'm out, I guess. Okay? It's not hard to see. This shit is simple, man. They playing checkers. They ain't playing chess. It's definitely a grift. It always will be. And all it is segregation at the same time. They love to create these groups. They segregate themselves. Yet they cry about racism. Well, you creating the segregation yourself by creating a a whole club that's exclusive to one type of folks, one type of people. Right? You're asking for it. And if you want to segregate yourself, that's your deal. You go ahead and do it, but don't cry racism when it happens. You segregated yourself. Nobody put you in that box. You put yourself in the box. Idiot. All right, everybody.
Smoke.
You're black and it's infuriating to you? Yeah, I bet it is, Mike. It's condescending. When they told you you weren't black if you didn't vote for us? Bro. That's condescending. When the president showed up to a black family's home and gave them all fried chicken and brought himself a hamburger and fries. And they're going to tell you that their party changed, then you'll ask them, well, what day? What year? When did that happen? They've erased their past, Damon. They could never give you that. And that all happened last year. His wife is over here referring to Latino folks as tacos. Who thought that was a good idea? You have a doctorate. I mean, we know you're not a real doctor. You're a fake doctor. You've got a doctorate, a title. You're not a doctor of anything, Jill. You're a fucking moron like your husband was. And your crackhead son-in-law. We could do this forever. Stop lying about liberals. I lied about anything. People can see it. They have eyes. All you need is one working eye, the funny. Just one working eye can see what the liberal lunatics do on the daily. I don't talk to them. If I saw them with a busted tire on the side of the road, I'd drive right past them in the desert. And I hope they'd do the same for me, because I wouldn't want to be around them trying to change my tire. And I know they wouldn't be able to change a tire. I know that. Bro, I know that. I know that. Okay? I'm going to look at that tire iron like it's Chinese arithmetic. Yes. Liberals are a cancer. That's what they are. They're a tumor. Their thought process is that. Now, do I tell them they can't have that thought process? No, you go ahead and think the way you want to think. I'm just telling you what I think about your thought process. How many bugs have I eaten? None. Well, I don't know, Don. They do say that every, chocolate bar and stuff, they always have a little bit of bugs in them. There's no way to, cure the chocolate and not have some sort of bugs. Like they have an amount that's actually acceptable. No joke. But I don't eat much chocolate, and I'm sure there's other things that probably get in there. Who knows? Oh, well. I wouldn't, Lori. I wouldn't. They don't deserve the help. And in fact, this is the time that I call on them and say, hey, if you're really about all your stupid little causes that you got all your fraud money about, why don't you get together, since you're so powerful and strong, and fucking get it done yourself? But you can't and won't, because they don't have the skills, they don't have the work ethic, they don't have none of that. No backbone. And all they do is eat each other alive. They do litmus tests on each other, and they eat each other alive. I didn't get a harumph out of that guy. Boom, gone. And it's just so funny that every day for 2 years we've been watching this LA City Council. And it's just so funny. I've never seen one time where there's been a MAGA person or just a regular Republican who identifies as a Republican, maybe not MAGA, okay? And never have I seen them come in there and ask for money and beg for money. Never. I've never even really seen a whole lot of them. Other than 3-inch Shrimp and Herman, they are definitely that. But other than them, I don't see anybody else that goes in there that identifies as that. Why? Because they're busy at work. And that's the difference between liberals and conservatives. Conservatives work. Liberals don't. Liberals beg. They're beggars. And if they aren't beggars, the ones that are wealthy are the ones that are getting the fraud. They're the real fraudsters while their beggar base props them up with the cash. If you want real, there's some real for you. That's gross too, Robert. Makes you want to eat nothing. Unless it's grown in your backyard. In your greenhouse. Oh, yeah, there you go, Herdy. I forgot about him. And again, all three of those aren't begging for money. You never hear them ask for anything. Any kind of services or anything. I mean, maybe that's not true, I guess, because 3-inch Shrimp was asking for services for some clean sexual works or sex workers on Figueroa to bang out. All right. So, yeah, there was that. I forgot about that request today. So I lied. I didn't really lie. I just forgot that he did ask for clean sex workers today on Figueroa. So that is an ask. We got to be fair and honest with this shit. So there are Republicans, I guess, coming in there and asking for stuff. Oh, what's up, Richard? That's it, Taiji. The southernmost point. No, we're not on tonight, Robert. This is the last show until Friday, unless we get us a chase. I mean, it's a nice day. It'd be nice to have a chase. I mean, it's a little cloudy here. I don't know what it's like in L.A., but it's cloudy here. Just them clouds in the sky. It's a beautiful day in Vegas, I'll tell you that. Looks like it's 75 and sunny. Right on the strip. Ding, 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 ding. Let's get it, man. Oh, jackpot. Let's get the jackpot. I'm in Vegas and it's 75 and sunny. Let's get the jackpot. What am I doing? I don't know. What am I doing in my life? I'm over here auto-tuning with a backdrop of Las Vegas live. I've been on that roller coaster a few times. It's fun. I like the little loops. There's 2 loops. And the dropping back is pretty decent. I like the what do you call it voice? The Alvin. I should do more night shows. I do. What are you talking about? I do 2 a week, bud. Where you been? Did we not do Tuesday and Friday night? Come on now. Getting the big booty Latinos. I mean, I think you meant Latinas, unless you like dudes. But yeah, they can stay if they're legal. Otherwise, you got to marry one, then wife her up. Then she's gonna stay with you for a little bit and then dump your ass, take half, and then be on the prowl for young meat with half your money. You're gonna hate life. Then you're gonna passport bro it again. Yeah, chipmunks. It's like, you know, a chipmunk setting. Hold on.
I think no. 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 Alvin, Simon, and Theodore. Alvin, Simon, and Theodore were the chipmunks, and we're getting ripped on auto-tune. One more bag and I'm gonna be ripped this afternoon. I'm Alvin, Simon, and Theodore too, and I don't know what to do.
See, you could just keep going on. Auto-tune's fun. Different settings, that's for sure. And facts are not racist, no. People don't like facts. They're mentally ill folks, a lot of them. They're lunatics. So you can give them facts. That doesn't, they don't understand that anymore. They've been thoroughly washed. Their brain has been thoroughly washed. There's no bringing them back. You have folks like that in everybody's family. It's true. We all got one in our family. Bet. Maybe even more. They're gone. They're gone. It's like a zombie thing. As soon as you're bit, it's it. You're going to be the zombie. There was never a way to come back after that. As soon as you was the zombie, that was it. You done. You zombie forever. I'm a musical genius. Of course I am. 19-time Grammy Award winner. I'm going to hit up Stacy and we're going to do a duet. I don't know what we're going to sing. Maybe like Ebony and Ivory. It's going to be great. What's for lunch? I don't know. Oh, I know. Well, but to me, I don't care. I'm not trying to deprogram anybody. Let them be who they are. I don't care. I don't want them on my side. I don't want them near me. They're poison. They poison. That girl is poison. She got a big butt and smile. How does a person be like that, Marcus? I don't think they feel like they're being like anything. A lot of them have this weird notion that they're like the savior. They're here to save everybody who's systematically oppressed. It's delusional. It's what they really are. They're delusional. It's a good word for it. All right, everybody.
Smoke.
Hit Vegas. Yeah, I haven't been to Vegas in a while. Fucking Cosmo keeps hitting me up. We got you 4 free nights, $225 in free play, and $100 on the meals. So everything free, basically, for the most part. They want to get me in the building, son. They want my G's. The help or the oppression? I don't understand the question. Auto-tune 3-inch shrimp. Dude, he's got a great voice. Dude, it's so calming when he sings. What am I waiting for? Oh, you mean to go to Vegas? I don't know, because I like gambling. It's just I don't go very often. I go to Vegas once every 3 years-ish. And it's about that time. I might go soon enough. Be nice to kind of get out. If my mom can watch Stinks. He'll go stay over there with her. Get out of town for a bit. Go get my suite with the balcony. Set up the volcano. I'm bringing the volcano in a fucking cord. An extension cord. Plug that bitch up on the balcony. Don't think I'm not. I'll be hitting bags. watching the fountain going off every 15 minutes. Yeah, John, I don't drink anyways. I mean, I like to have maybe like ginger ale, but I don't drink alcohol, so not very often anyway. So, yeah. I mean, you know, you can always, when you're gambling, get what people call free drinks, which is bullshit. You still got to tip her, and if you don't tip her, then she's not going to come back. She may spit in your drink. Who knows? I ain't trying to have that. So even my ginger ale cost me $2. I mean, that's just what Vegas is. It's going to cost you, and that's what's kept people away from it for right now. Because they, you know, before at least you had free parking and other stuff. Now it's like you got to pay $20 to park, even if you're staying there per day. You know, you got to give everybody wants a tip. Even the girl or the guy that sold you a water at the gift shop downstairs. Because you wanted a water. You paid $6 for the water, and then when you're putting it on your card, the little thing says, how much tip do I want to leave? 10 or 20 or 30%. On my $6 water? Huh? Huh? And that's what's the problem with Vegas right now. Resort fees, all that shit. Not to mention then when you go gamble, they have 3 fucking greens on the roulette wheel. They're paying 6 to 5 on a blackjack. I mean, all the shit that benefits them, you know. There's a lot of bullshit, and if they opened that all back up, got rid of the stuff that I just said, and went back to maybe the older ways, and I mean, bro, you go. Last time I went there, it was rare that you actually heard fucking an actual jackpot going on. People, you know, shit ding and. Like, to hear that was rare. Like, more people were just putting money in and losing. You know, and minimums of $25 for blackjack, $25 for roulette minimums. Like, that's a lot per spin. It's a lot per spin. And I get it. I can go and I don't have to be on the strip and get that. I can go out down at the end of the strip and go to downtown and go to the Golden Nugget or whatever, and get $5 a spin roulette and stuff. But it's just, it's fucked up. It's fucked up. I got the bag. It's right here. No, I like Vegas. I'm not saying I don't. That's why I go there. I mean, I lived there for 9 months. You know, it was for work, but I lived there. You know, not that I don't like it. And if any place I'd move, it would be here. Because I had a good time there. Plus, you know, it's one place where I have some friends going to end up coming through to Las Vegas. Any other place I'd move to, most people aren't going to come and visit unless they're there for some other reason. Vegas itself is the draw. And a lot of people from California make that trek. When you could smoke in casinos, yeah. I mean, they still allow you the vaping, I think. I'm pretty sure, because I still take vape pens. Hit the vape pens at the roulette table. You know, and again, downtown, they'll allow you to still smoke I'm pretty sure in downtown. You know, like Binions and shit like that, you can still smoke, I bet. Because they still have $5 roulette. They got $5 blackjack hands. So downtown, if you want to stretch your cash going to Vegas, downtown is really the place to go. You know, you just don't want to wander too far outside of that area, because right the back side of downtown there is really shady. It's a rough area. You'll get mugged. They got fools dying over there. It's rough. The Cortez for sure. Yeah, see, there you go. Cortez, I know, is right there. Yeah, old Vegas. It's really Las Vegas, because this is not Las Vegas. Funny enough as it is. Now, they call themselves Las Vegas, but this area is like Spring Valley. If you look on a map, I'm pretty sure it's something like that, or Paradise Valley. That's the actual name of where the strip mostly is. Actual Las Vegas is downtown. I'm pretty sure about that. So, yeah. But Las Vegas is what everybody knows. I'm going to call themselves Spring Valley or Paradise Valley. You go call yourself Las Vegas. It's no different than the Anaheim Angels calling themselves Los Angeles when they're not in the county nor the city of Los Angeles. Paradise is the Strip, right? Yeah, thank you, BJ, for the confo. Yeah, so, you know, that's the name. You're gonna use the name because the name sells. You lived in Summerlin? Yeah, Summerlin's nice. It's a little more of the wealthier side, the clean side of the valley. Good old Golden Nugget, yep. Last time I was there, because we were there with Steph and bro, it was so hot. We pulled up, we got out of the bus. No joke, it was like 119 degrees. It was so, I mean, I know what they say, bro, but it's dry heat. You know, you're not sweating, man, like you are if it was 119 in Florida. But I'm like, it don't get that hot in Florida. Ain't getting no 119 there. But I get it. I can't deal with that fucking humidity either. I hate it. But man, when it's that hot, it's just disgusting. Like you can't even be outside for more than a few minutes. And I worked construction when I lived there. In fact, we had to work at night because it was too hot during the day. They won't allow it. People are going to be passing out. They're going to die of heat stroke. I don't care how many breaks you take, how much water you're taking in. It's just too fucking hot. So, yeah, I remember when we were there, I scrambled over from the bus to the Golden Nugget just to get out of the heat. Too blurry. The camera, it's dusty. You know, it's just a camera. They don't clean much. That's the problem. The lens is dirty. So you can see the spot on the lens there as it was passing over these guys. It's like a dirt spot on it. You can see bugs and shit crawling on it sometimes. There used to be a couple great cams of Las Vegas, but they shut them down. Those folks aren't running them anymore. Don't know why. I left Phoenix, Arizona the year it went 122 degrees. Yeah. I mean, dude, it's been 116 here. Dude, the first week I moved here, it was 115 degrees out, and I forgot to turn the AC on, and I left the house, and I had a cord, you know, like a power supply for the Xbox, and it was sitting there on the floor, and it literally melted a little to the ground, right? It melted the cord into the ground. It got that hot inside the house. Yeah, it gets stupid hot right here, man. Adam Carolla's moving there after his house is built, leaving California. Yeah, a lot of people do. Because you can get a really beautiful house for what we pay $4 million out here for, you could probably get that for $2 million in Las Vegas and be 47 minutes away in a jet plane, which is right here. You know, you have like a JetX. You can get a quick little charter, fly over there. You're fucking fast. You can fly right into Burbank. Makes sense for him because all his little work was around Burbank. You know, Love Line, all that shit's right there. It's in Burbank when they were doing all that stuff. So makes sense. You know, you have a lot of folks that have a second home here because it's pretty cheap to own. Come to Michigan, it's 29 degrees. Jesus Christ, get back. Let me see how hot it is right here right now. .63 and cloudy. It's supposed to be 70 by 3 o'clock. That's the high today. 70 degrees. But see, that's why people choose to live here. 70 and sunny, basically. Every fucking day. It's Truman's Show. And that's why you guys laugh when I say, oh, man, we had a 1-inch rainstorm, and that's a lot. And because, you know, we have so many cars and there's never any rain, everybody's dropping all their oil and fluid. Then the rain comes, and it gets pretty fucking slick. Because all that oil, all the fluids start coming up. And fools are wrecking. They reckoning in. Spring cleaning, it's that time. It's time for spring cleaning because spring is here. Yeah, no state income tax, low taxation. Yeah, there's a lot of upside to Las Vegas. You know, not a very harsh winter. I mean, it does snow here. I've been here where it snowed right on the strip. Now, it's enough to just blanket the street where you can see it. Not enough to, like, have snowball fights, you know, but enough to blanket it. So, you know, remember, you're in a valley floor here. So, yeah, Vegas, that's why there's a lot of flooding right here on the strip, too. Because all that runoff is running off the mountains and coming down into the lowest part, which is here. A lot of flash floods, like when you're driving to Vegas, certain times of the year, you got to watch out. Flash floods will smash you off. So, yeah, Vegas has a lot of upside to it, you know. There is some downside. It's super hot. It's quite windy. You don't realize it, but it gets really windy, you know. I guess there's temptation to gamble a lot. Crazy Cheats, thank you.
My money don't jiggle, jiggle. It folds. I like to see
I'll see you, man. Have a great day. Shout out to you and the rest of Canada. So, shit, yeah. Vegas fun, but also the worst drugs of all society too. Yes, yeah. Because, you know, the riffraff does come in when you have the gambling and the booze, and the gambling and the booze is going to be the drugs, and drugs will bring, you know, prostitution, and it just all comes out. That's why I say in that backside of downtown, you find it all. Gangs, drugs, killings, prostitutes. You know, a lot of it. People aren't trying to drive all the way out to fucking Pahrump to go get laid legally. They'll just go in the back of the stratosphere right there, or the strat, as they call it now, and go find me a hooker. Does it produce anything? No, it's the silver state. I think it produces a lot of silver. I mean, other than that, you might be right. It doesn't produce much. It's all for fun and play. It's an oasis, a getaway. But I think that's always what it was. You know, I think that was what his main intention was. And it is growing. I mean, as much as we may or may not like it, it is growing. Things like the A's coming brings more jobs. I mean, look how many jobs came because of the Raiders and the Golden Knights. You know, and at some point you would think, as much as they're growing, you'd have an NBA team here at some point. You know? That'll bring more money. Because we know the WNBA ain't bringing in no money. Sorry, Aces. Y'all might win a championship, but nobody really cares. So, it's unfortunate. You ain't making no cash. One-arm bandits. But that's what it was built on, the one-arm bandits. You know, these places aren't built on winners. I mean, you know, they're built off the loser's back. So, that's just how it is. But, you know, look, I ask you this. Is it really any different if I took, let's just say, $10,000 to come here and paid for my hotel room and all my food and gambled $6,000 and lost everything, but had a great fucking time for a weekend? And I went to Hawaii, let's just say. Flew over there, paid for it first class, my hotel, that cost me $10,000. Had a great time, saw some beautiful scenery, swam with the dolphins, did some jet skiing and paragliding, and then came home, and it both cost me 10 grand. Is there really any difference? What's up, East Los? To me, it's the same thing. You're paying for every aspect of your trip, whether it's on the plane or whether it's in the hotel room. I tell you all the time, to me, I'm paying all, I would like to go to the Cosmo because the hotel room is an enjoyable part to me. I enjoy being out on the patio and looking at the scenery. I enjoy having a really nice, comfy bed that's clean and having a Japanese soaking tub. I fucking enjoy that. I'm taking a fucking Japanese soaking tub bath when I'm up in that joint. Don't think I ain't. Because I am. I enjoy every part of it. So the same thing if I went to Hawaii or anywhere else. Let's play golf. I can't play golf anymore. My arm, because of my arm. Damon swarm with the fishes. Shit, yeah, I swam with them. Yeah, I'd be swimming with the fishies. But I ain't cheating nobody, so I shouldn't be swimming no fishes. No taxes on cigars. Yeah, that's something I don't care about. That's what's funny. I've never really smoked cigars much. I mean, I've, hit it a couple times, but, I enjoy the smell of a cigar. Like a good cigar, boy, that shit just smells nice. The aroma. I'm all about it. I don't want to smoke it, but the aroma of it in the air, man, it's a nice scent. Oh no, for sure, Steven. Sure. But I can tell you the rooms that they give me, shit, it'd be at least $1,500-$1,600 for 4 nights, 3 days, 4 nights. Come on. That's a long stay. Not to mention the free play and the food, $325 back. That's a lot too. Again, the way I do it is, you can go ahead and play like a martingale or whatever on roulette. Play decent amount, $50 a spin, that kind of shit. Make sure you give them the card and you play that for a while. You win, you lose, you lose, you lose, you win, you win, you win, you lose, you win, you lose, lose, win, win, lose, 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 win, 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 win. And you're kind of just back and forth, and all said and done, you're either up 100 or down 200 or, but you've played all this money. And now it seems to them like, hey, he's playing big. It's $50 every spin, which is not big, by the way. But in their mind, you're a decent spender. You're a decent gambler. And everywhere you go, you give them that fucking card, and next thing you know, they're just trying to get you in the building by giving you the free room and all that. Which I get. In an essence, you're paying for it downstairs. But there's some people that pay for it downstairs and still pay for the room too, is what I'm getting at. So make it work for you. Cheap cigars? Yeah, I guess that's why you got to smoke a good one. Got to smoke a nice cigar. Let's see what the beach is like. It's getting a little... Beach is nice, but things fucking up. I gotta get out of here anyways. But smoke and scan or minus? I don't understand, Laugh Out Loud. I don't understand, Jacob. I don't understand. You have an M Life Gold member? Yeah. I think now, again, I'm with the Cosmo, but the Cosmo I think got bought out by MGM, so I'm guessing whatever level I'm at will just go to a new MGM card or whatever. Because it's not like you accrued any points, I think, on it. You just you increase levels, which opens you up to get nicer suites, They start you at the small rooms, then they give you a small suite, then they give you like a grand suite. It's kind of how they do it. You know what I mean? Just to lure you there. This is true, Brandon. This is true. I think it's only 3 companies that own everything. It's MGM Gaming, Caesars, and what's the other one? Bally's? Maybe Bally's? Something like that. Just those 3. And those 3 rent from, I think it's 2 landlords that own all the property on the strip. One is, I think, BlackRock, and I forget who the other one is. It's crazy. You wonder where they get all that money from. MGM are the biggest crooks on the strip. Well, I remember because again, when I worked there, I was working at MGM. We were taking out a safari ride they had, like a boat ride, and they wanted all the trees and shit. So we were taking the trees out. That's what I did. But that was back when Krikorian owned them, and he had just bought in like 30% of Chrysler. He was a 30% owner in them, and he was balling out. But I think he sold off MGM to some other group, if I'm not mistaken, because that was a long time ago also. We're talking 90s. All right, I'm going to get out of here. Well, we at least got an interesting meeting in. And we got a nice sunny day here, so hopefully we get us a chase. I don't know if we will. Hopefully we do. You know, keep the notifications on as always. That way, if we do get us a live chase in 7 minutes from right now, I can hop back on and we can get it going. Yeah, Milford never wanted his $1,000 per, I guess. He never found what he thought he'd find. So, there's that. I'll see you guys other than that on Friday. Okay, 10:15 a.m. again for LA City Council, and then, of course, 8 p.m. for Friday Night Fun, as we always do our crime party. So enjoy the rest of the day. Keep the notos on. Thank you for the likes, the love, the donos. Thank you for the thumbs ups. They work, and they are free. I appreciate them. Shout out to Elbow Room. Go check them out. And I'm out of here. On behalf of Stink Bomb and myself, I'm gone.
This party is officially over.
See you guys, and again.